Let me open up my. Why don't I have
See,
YouTube?
now you trying to get on me, and you ain't even got your thing ready. What's up?
Yo,
Woo! How does that
yo.
that is an introduction that you could just groove to coming in. You know, because I've got all the rhythm. I don't know what you got, but I got all the rhythm.
You have no rhythm.
Introduction. Introduction. We staying on task.
Listen, let's be honest. Kev has no rhythm at all. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm gonna keep you honest. But it's good to see you, my brother. You
It's
know,
good to see you too, man. It's good to see all our fans out there, all the Nick maniacs out there.
no doubt. No. This is what we're gonna call them. We're gonna call them the pod couple maniacs. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, pod couple maniacs, absolutely. That's what it's all about.
That's what we do. That's what
we do. Absolutely, absolutely.
I tell you, people, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us tonight.
That's right.
And thank you for coming by. Thank you for your patronage. Like and subscribe to what we got going on, and you know we gonna do what we do.
Absolutely. We realize that across the way, one of our competitors has something going on, but that's all right because you joining us tonight.
Yeah,
you joining us.
Facts.
Right. Absolutely, and we cannot thank you enough. Will Sulkin and Robert Parr, thank you so much for joining, man. We appreciate
Robert Parr, that's my dude.
That's
My man,
right.
50 grand and all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Salute.
That's right. So you can do the introduction right now, sir.
So when you call me sir, that means to think that you know I'm an officer. I'm not an officer. I work for a living. Everything I do, I work for a living. Don't call me sir.
But you were an officer, right? You were in the service, right?
Boy, look, you're about to make me drive to Jersey and beat you down in your own driveway.
Hey, if you can come up here, I don't know what time you'll get up here, but if you can get up here, you know, if you got the guts, I got the glory. And we'll let our sponsor, Mr. Uncle Freezy, be the referee.
No doubt.
All back to our corners. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
That's what it's all is.
Will Salkin, salute. Robert Parr, my dude, my man, my mellow, salute. Felipe, you in the building. I see you.
Absolutely.
I see you. Chef NYK is in the building.
All right, fix us up some steaks, Chef NYK.
Everybody. So let me say this to everybody. Yo, welcome to the pod couple. Welcome to the pod couple. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by Sergeant Knicks AKA G Man for life in one corner, and by Kornerstone Kev AKA Starchild with the triumphant return.
The mothership was partying. Mothership was partying, man. It's good to be back, but the mothership was on high octane. It was popping.
Kev.
Yes.
It's pronounced octane, not octane.
Yeah, octane.
Oh,
see, there you go.
Oh,
there you go. See, there you go. There you go. Correcting me. That's what it's all about. Just a correction. Yeah, but I had a really good time. How are you, man?
Me or Freezy? Who you talking to?
I'm talking to my co-host.
Okay. So
are you my co-host or are you an imposter?
See, here we go.
I'm just trying to find out.
This is what I got to deal with. This is what I have to deal with.
It's a legit question.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm good. I'm glad. The last 2 weeks were kind of chaotic with
Mhm.
travel and work and everything else that went along with what I had going on. But the most important thing was this: I wanted to make sure that the Pod Couple fans still got the Pod Couple vibe. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
I,
Absolutely.
I, I wanted to make sure that happened. So but on
That's
a
all
real,
good.
on a
Yeah.
real, on a
Yeah.
real,
Yeah.
all BS aside, right?
Absolutely.
I missed you, Kev. I missed
I missed you too, man. I missed you too. I miss cracking on your head. That's what I miss doing. Cracking on your head and cracking on that beard of yours.
well, sure.
But Batman and Robin are back. Captain America and Iron Man are back. Felix and Oscar are back.
No doubt.
Tom and Jerry are back. Bonneman and Bailey are back.
Back.
I can go on and on.
Boy,
The Hardy Boys are back. You know,
look, please don't. Please don't.
please don't.
Please
The
don't.
brothers Johnson are back. All right,
Oh,
I play the guitar. I play the guitar. You got the bass. So there it is.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah, you're playing some stomp. Yeah, we playing some stomp and everything. You got the bass line going. Yeah, absolutely. So
no
we're back.
no
We're
doubt.
back. We're back. Yeah, so
live and in living color. Ladies and gentlemen,
absolutely.
once again, I will tell you, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. I need for you, in my freezy voice, when you see that like button, beat it up. Beat that like button up. Like and subscribe. What we got going on. If you want to see more of the Pod Couple, you know what I'm
We got
saying?
a lot going on. We got a lot going on.
We got a lot to talk about because again,
Absolutely.
we've been away for 2 weeks, so we
2
got a lot
weeks.
to catch up on.
A lot to catch up on. A lot. For starters, let's give our shout outs. Shout out to our main man who no longer has his unfortunately has his podcast going on, Mr. Ron Cleveland,
Right.
Ron Man.
Right.
Don't know the particulars, and it's not our business to know the particulars,
Right.
but we just want the brother to know that we love him, we respect him, we respect his decision, and we hope that he comes back in some form of capacity.
Yeah,
That's one thing.
100%.
Yeah, because with it's other than our main our main benefactor, Mr. Uncle Freeze. He was one of the guys that kind of got us started. So we got to give props to him and everything. So so Ron, wherever you're at, we just want you to know we love you, and we hope that that everything is going good for you and your family. So that's the main thing. And then we also want to shout out our brother Sim on Nothing But Knicks. He's still doing a fantastic job of what he's doing, and props to Stephanie for the Queens of the Court.
Mm-hmm.
Love what she's doing. And also to our brothers and sisters on this channel, our main benefactor, Mr. Uncle Freeze with the Morning Drive and Nick at Night podcast. And we also got I don't know why I'm doing this. It's really itching in my throat to do this, but we got to give props to Mr. GI and Mr. Who's that other dude that's on? Free Keith. Yeah, nothing but love to those dudes, man. Nothing but love to those dudes for their show as well.
No doubt.
And that's about it. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. First topic is RJ Barrett at the 3. How do you feel about that?
Well, I have mixed emotions, right? And I would tell you where the mixed emotions come from, because when you look at the backcourt, you're talking about a Kemba and an Evan Fournier in the backcourt. The logical move would be to have RJ play at the 3. Now,
wait a minute. Hey, so G Man, I thought we had I thought the first thing was news. Y'all got a thing that y'all looking at?
Oh, breaking news. Yeah, breaking
news. Okay, well, the only breaking news that I know of that I'm familiar with is
Kemba Walker is officially signed by the Knicks.
Oh well, that was an agenda. Yes, he is officially signed by the Knicks, along with
and Evan Fournier is acquired from the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
He's acquired from the Boston Celtics in a sign and trade.
Right, and we
where the Knicks got 2 second-round picks and the Celtics got a trade exception.
Hey, that's good. That's good, Uncle Freeze. Even though I was going to have that in my points and everything, but I'm glad you came out with it.
Hey, listen, I move out of the way, bro.
but it's all good. He brought it up. So let's get it. Let's get into that then.
Got to give the people.
Got to give it to the people. That's right. Yeah. Never do that again while we're doing this. Never do that again. Never saying.
Here we go.
Never. I'm just saying. Never saying.
Go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right. So
give the people what they want.
Okay. All right. Give the people what they want. Okay. So to Freezy's point, we signed Kemba Walker. I don't have the numbers of the contract of what it is, him or Evan Fournier. But I do know that their last year it's going to be a team option.
Right.
All right. So that would be good, and more than likely, if these guys work out, we're probably going to sign them again. Already from the fan base, I haven't heard any negative response from the fan base that they don't like who we signed.
Right.
Which is a really really good thing. And I'll take one of them at a time. In Kemba Walker, you have a dude now that can break down the defense and get his own shot off, but also get people involved. Something that someone else never really got going for us. He's not going to look anybody away. He's going to get everybody involved. He averaged for last year, 19.3 points per game, averaged 4.0 rebounds per game, and assist-wise, here's the assists. Check out the assists here. He averaged close to 5 assists per game. That's good. I know that's going to get higher. He's probably going to get more assists with the people that he has around him. But right. That's great. And with those points, he shot 42%, which is good. But he also shot 36% from the three. So I like that. What do you think of that signing?
So first of all, I'm gonna need you to either move your camera or move that paper, because when you're reading, I can't see you. I need to see you.
Well, that's a good thing, right? That you can't see me.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Quiet as kept. You are absolutely correct. For sure. But for the Kemba signing, I believe that he's only going to bring positivity to the squad and who he's playing with, right?
Right.
What we didn't have last year was the fact that we have a point guard that can create his own shot.
Create his own shot and get you those bunnies.
Yeah, exactly. So you take that productivity and pair it with everyone that's on the roster. I feel like that's 105 points per game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So right. if Kemba can do that, my main thing is this. I need my concern is the knees. Now he says that he's had enough time to be able to rehab or whatever the case may be, but I need to see it for myself. You can tell me something, but I need to see it. You know,
so if I'm understanding you don't have any faith in his knees? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he says that he's had time enough to rehab, and right. He's 100% healthy.
I mean, let's be real. I mean to cut you off, but let's be real. Each time that he's gone into the off season, he's always had something else being taken place. Yeah. Whether it's FIBA or even the Olympics. He's played in the Olympics, right?
So this is what happened.
Okay.
Let's back it up to when he was in Boston.
Okay.
So when he was in Boston and he had the surgery, they rushed him back. They did not give him a time to
right. Most definitely.
They did not. But they forced him into playing games when he was not 100% healthy. And then they traded him to OKC.
Right.
So in OKC, he had the time to actually rehab. So
Right.
I'm hoping, and again, as I always say, hope is not a strategy, but I'm hoping that, that time allotted him to 100% recover. And when he comes in to a Knicks fold, that we understand, and he's going to be minutes restricted. Don't get it twisted. He's definitely him and Rose both are going to be minutes restricted.
Absolutely, we will bring us into who we really want to get into tonight.
Look, we're going to talk about that later on.
Yes,
we don't get that later on, but
yes, most definite.
At this point, I believe that bringing him in, he's going to be able to do what we brought him in here to do. At the end of the day, that's what I believe.
Right. Okay. All right.
James Harris, salute.
Yep. Salute. Yeah. I like the signing because number one, I see him fitting in with RJ and Randall. In fact, I think he's going to make RJ's game a lot better than the previous point guard. Let's just say that than the previous starting point guard.
We're not going to call names.
Yeah, we're not going to call a name. We're not going to call a name. I mean, but if you really want to, call it, I'll call him a gremlin. So
yeah,
because that's what he looked like, a gremlin. He looked like a gremlin. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I think he's going to. I think him is really going to expand their games. I think our assists are going to go up. I think the points are going to go up, and I think I think, and I honestly, I don't think he's as bad on defense as people try to make him think. They think we're going to take a step back on defense. I don't think that's going to happen.
Did you see him play? Now, granted, we talking about the summer league, right?
Right.
But did you see the dude and how he locked down people? Look, he made the dude that I was capping for the whole season.
Well, no, we're not talking about McBride. We're not talking about McBride. We're talking about Kemba.
Okay. Never
we're talking about Kemba.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. But I'm saying, people think that we're going to take a step back because there's two guys that we have, and that's not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen, especially under Tibbs.
I agree. and when we look at the way that the team is currently constructed, it's all about what Tibbs want to do and the players that we have on the roster, and how Tibbs want to make this thing grow.
Right.
So I agree, and I don't believe I'm saying this. I got bile in my mouth. I kind of threw up in the back of my throat.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it right now. I'm trying to look underneath. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say what you're going to say.
No. But
go ahead.
So
go ahead.
This is how I'm going to phrase this.
Okay.
There could be a narrative to where Kornerstone Kev and G Man actually are on the same page. I'm not going to say I agree with.
Hey, you said that. I didn't. You said that.
I am not going to agree.
You said that. You said that.
I'm going to agree with the fact that I agree with Kornerstone.
Hey, this is Fat Albert pointing at you. Like in the beginning of this girl, I got a song for you. Yeah, that's you. That's you.
I am not going to say I agree with Kornerstone Cam. That's not those words not coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
But for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And everything. Yeah, I see great things coming out of Kemba. Yes, he's no Lonzo Ball. Yes, he's no who else were we looking at? Sexton.
Right.
Yes, he's no Kyle Lowry. I can't wait. But and I'm gonna tell you right now, there are matchups that are coming up that I don't mind us going up against. I really don't. I don't mind that matchup going up against Kyle Lowry. I definitely can't wait for the first Brooklyn Knick game because him and Kyrie, if Kyrie is healthy, it's gonna be fire. Yeah, it's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire, especially if it's at the Garden, especially if it's together, because both guys are gonna want to show out each other.
Yeah. So Sherman M says, please try and be realistic. Kemba and D Rose are very bad defensive,
and that's where I would say I would would say he's wrong. Under Tibbs, I would say he's wrong because Tibbs is going to make sure that these guys are not as bad as people are going to think.
I would say this. I would say that when we start looking at when you start picking up different players, right?
Yeah.
You have to give a little to get a little, right? So if you're lacking at the defensive on the defensive side of the ball, you gain on the offense on the offensive side. So,
and I disagree with. Oh, keep going. Finish your point.
No, what I would say is this: no one can dispute or should not dispute the fact that Kemba is better at the point than his predecessor. I believe that.
Yes.
I'm not going to call names, but he's better at the position to get guys involved or create his own shot and get the point total up.
Yeah, and let's also remember that Kemba is going to go up against guys that are starting guards in this league right now that are kind of his age.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what? Your Lowrys, your Kyries, your I can call some more out there. Probably the only one that's not is like Sexton, Lonzo Ball. Who's the point guard? Who's the starting point guard in Chicago?
It's irrelevant.
Exactly.
Lonzo Ball?
Oh, Lonzo Ball is right there. That's right. That's right.
As I said before, it's irrelevant.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. So Kev, let me ask you this.
Yes.
And instead of the defense, which we historically, Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier have not been elite defenders, right? So we know
we get that.
We kind of know what to expect. But what do you think about the way the Knicks pulled off acquiring Evan Fournier in a sign and trade so that they can get Fournier underneath the cap to resign Derrick Rose and acquire 2 second-round picks, one of which may be in the upcoming draft?
What do I say? I say Leon Rose, Worldwide West, our capologist. I feel as though, and Scott Perry. People keep forgetting Scott Perry. I think they did a hell of a job doing what they did, and for them to pull that off, because past Knicks organizations, past Knicks regimes would not have pulled off what we just did this year.
G-Man, let me ask you this.
Yes,
do you think the past regime would have just flat out traded away Obi and quickly to Oklahoma City to acquire Kemba Walker instead of doing what has happened?
So Freezy, I would tell you this. Rule number one, right? I see when the hand grenade is rolled into the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel it too. Yeah, do I have to be Captain America and jump on it and say get away? Do I have to do that?
I don't know if you do that. I'm well aware, but to answer Freezy's question, I believe that in the past, the front office was not so astute to be able to make the moves that have been perpetuated this offseason. So as the draft was going on, free agency was going on, I was not lockstep in what was happening. I'm gonna tell you right now, because I was the first one to say, what in the world, what in the Sam Barney are we doing right now?
Right.
In the front.
Right. Yeah.
What is really going on right now? But then I think the thing that saved everything else that was going on was the signing of a Kemba. Evan Fournier getting that pick and getting that deal done, absolutely, 100%. But I think the thing that put us over the top was getting Kemba.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Because again, the numbers you can't dispute the numbers. All right, so I read you out Kemba. Check out Evan's numbers. He averaged 17 points a game.
Right.
Averaged 3 rebounds a game. Averaged 3.4 assists per game. Shot 45.7%, and shot 41.3% from the 3-point line. So again, what we gave away, what we let go, as far as the Gremlin and Reggie Bullock, we gained big time point wise in this right here. We now have a guy that what is it? What is it?
The Gremlin for real?
Yeah, the Gremlin. Let me just call the Gremlin. Let's call the Gremlin. Hey, I don't see anybody complaining.
Look, continue to
yeah. So what I was gonna say was that we gained point wise, and then we also have a guy not in just Kemba, but in Evan Fournier that can create his own shot as well.
Right. I'm with you.
You know that Reggie, as good as Reggie was on defense, he can never do that for us on offense.
Yeah. He facts.
He could not do that for us on offense. So I am totally on board with what this front office did. They didn't do what Phil Jackson did years ago with getting, dinosaurs and Jakeem Noah, Courtney Lee, and Brandon Jennings.
Yeah.
And when you put that pot together, it didn't make soup. It didn't make soup. It didn't make a stew. It made mush. That's what it made. It made mush. It made a mess. It made a mess.
That's what happened.
So where people are still, I see people in the chat, downgrading Kemba and
think about it.
Kemba and Rose on defense. You still would rather have those guys than what we had last year, even though we always had D Rose. But you got to admit, this is totally. Put it this way: we couldn't give Alfred Payton. See, I said his name now. I feel bad. We couldn't give Alfred Payton another 1 year deal at $5 million. We couldn't do that again. We couldn't.
They could have, but somebody should have been escorted out of the building if that happened.
Right.
If that happened, somebody need to be escorted out of the building.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Get your box, put your little plant in there and your family portraits or whatever the case may be.
And your goldfish.
Your goldfish, all
your
that.
Goldfish, all your family pictures.
I'm sending you straight to the door.
And what about in the office where you have the golf club and the putter and everything? You shoot the putt and everything. Take it all out.
Take all that. And
take it all out.
I'm calling Phil. Phil, hey, check this out. Hey, this G Man. I need for you to come upstairs and get this clown.
This guy.
We about to escort him out the building.
Escort him right out the building. Right out the building.
So G-Man, let me ask you this. How do you feel about the Knicks upgrading point guard for only $3 million more than the guy that just left? So you got one guy, he was here, and he was making $5 million. You bring in another guy, a former All-Star, at $8 million. And so you don't break the bank on the point guard position when most teams in the NBA that have an elite level point guard are paying upwards of $30 million. So what do you think about that move?
I think that's genius. That's and people will disagree strictly on the point that we don't know what the knee situation is going to be, what his health is going to be. But from that standpoint, that's a win-win. Yeah, anybody that wants to dispute that, come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me. Because I'm telling you right now, first and foremost, this dude is a New York native. So he wants to play here. He wants to be here. And when people want to be in a certain situation, then that gives them a little bit more motivation. You know what I'm saying?
You know the key word that you just said there? You know the key word you just said? Key words. He wants to be here.
Yeah. Facts.
Evan Fournier wanted to be here.
Facts.
And whenever you heard that?
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. And now the strong rhyme. Okay. I was.
You can't stop. You should have stopped right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Uncle Freeze though. You're like,
Okay.
Nah, he caught me off guard. That was dope. that was dope, man.
Trying to bust some rock cam out of here. Stay in Tampa.
They're my God. Look, basic training, AIT at Fort Lee. Oh my God. That
Yeah.
no, I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah,
But,
please don't.
hush,
Please don't.
hush your mouth, hush your mouth, hush your mouth. What I would say is this, right? Um, I'm happy to see the moves that were
Wait a
made.
minute, time out. You was in basic training back in 1975.
Kev, see, here we go. Here we go.
I'm just trying to find out. I'm just trying to understand.
I said no. I was not in basic training in 1975, Kev. No,
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm
Oh
positive.
no, that gray hair looks more white than anything now.
But look, at least I got hair.
Ooh.
Mm,
Mm.
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 Oh.
Yeah.
In the words of Mike Wilczewski, 3-point goal, Starchild.
I'm just
3-point
saying.
goal. 3-point goal.
Just saying.
No foul, but 3-point goal. No 4-point play like LJ. No 4-point play like LJ.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I would say this. I would say that when we look at the Kemba signing, I don't see any. There is no downside for me once we get past understanding what the health situation is with the knee. Once we get past that, I'm all good. And the thing that I did not realize, and when I watched the video with Kemba and Fournier going up on and into the where did they go?
They went to the Empire State Building.
Empire State Building.
Yeah.
I did not know the disparity between the height. I'm like, oh my god, that's shit.
Yeah. Fournier saw.
Yeah, boy, I was like,
Fournier saw.
Oh,
and again, I listen. I've seen this guy when he was with the Orlando Magic, and when you had him, Oladipo, and I don't know if he played with Alfred or not, but this guy gave us fits.
Yes.
Off the pick and roll, creating his own shot and hitting the three. I'm like, you can't let this guy get off. And at the time, we had Reggie to cool him down. He was the only one that could do it. Nobody else, really could.
Right.
But now that he's on our team, now he can do what he's been doing to us for years. So I'm really high on this. I'm really high on this signing. I really am.
Me too. So this is what I would say, and it was in my tweet, the retweet, and all that. What was going on, right? Yeah. So Evan, I asked you to come by, watch the pod couple, watch how we chop it up. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you jump on here and let's do what we do. Let's be real. Let's talk about what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. So hit me up, hit Kev up, hit Freezy up. It's out there.
It's out there.
Whenever you ever, G Man, you didn't like my question?
No, I did not. Okay. Notice I didn't answer it. No, okay. Did you notice I didn't answer it?
Right. I'll be spinach.
Spinach. Oh my god. All right. So did you answer the question? Can RJ play at 3? Did you answer that?
No, I did not.
Okay. What do you think?
I believe that the roster as currently constructed with Kemba at the 1, I see Fournier at the 2, right. And RJ is definitely gonna have to be at the 3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't see why he won't be able to thrive in that position. That there's nothing in me that says that he would not be. But at this time and in this space, he's going to have to produce. That's all I'm saying. He's going to have to produce.
Yeah, he's going to have to at that 3. Guys in the chat, throw in there some threes that he's going to have to go up against, because I think in my mind, I want to see how he fares up against those 3. We already know how he can fare up with the 2s. I want to see how he fares up with with certain 3s. That's what I would like to see.
So are we talking about from a defensive standpoint?
Yes.
we
Well, I think from a defensive standpoint, because I think from an offensive standpoint, I think RJ can get a shot up no matter what. I honestly believe that he can, and we've seen it. We've seen him go up against in his rookie year go up against PJ Tucker and scored a winning basket. We've seen that, so we know that he's capable of of closing and of getting a shot off. We've seen all that. I want to see what can happen on a defensive standpoint. So that's what I would say.
I'm looking at DSJ just put in Durant, Middleton, Jaylen Brown, Bridges, Warren, and Butler.
Well, as DSJ, do you really think Durant is a 3, or do you consider him a 4? Because he seems like he could do anything. Always shout out to DSJ, man. DSJ always keeps both of us on our toes, man.
No doubt.
I gotta give him his props, man.
No
we
doubt.
love you, man, and we love Hadouken Sharon too. Even though some of his takes, can be out of the ordinary, but we still love him and everything. He's young, so shout out to both of those guys,
dude. Just for notice who said that, and I'm sitting back. For sure. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight. And thanks for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Look, in my freezy voice, beat that like button. Beat it up.
Yeah, beat it up.
And go ahead and like and subscribe to the Pod Couple so you know when we're on. And you never know. We may have a wild hair and just pop up one day.
And Hadouk, real quick, I got to shout out Hadouk. I can see he's trying to roll a little bit. Brought up Luka. Well, here's the thing about Luka, and here's because I was thinking about this today. I think our society is a seeing and believing society. So if they see something, if they see it for a period of time, then they'll believe in it. There's no more faith. You understand what I'm saying? So What I was saying about Luka, I was going on faith on seeing what he did, overseas. Previously.
Yeah.
Now, I cannot control what he does because I thought that he was going to try and take over in the summer league, and I was totally wrong on that.
He got hurt. He got hurt.
He got hurt, and he played in the Olympics. So, so I'm gonna give him a pass on that. The only thing is that with me giving him a pass, might not be the best thing for him now because we got somebody else that we're going to talk about in a minute who might have moved up in the depth chart, of him.
Right.
So Luka right now is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to really show out in training camp.
So this is what we're going to do since you brought it up. We're going to transition.
Let's transition to our young guys.
We're going to transition to the youngins. That's what I call them, the youngins, right? Yeah. So as we watch, and again, the summer league is a small sample size, right? But we have seen that people are willing to go out and
real quick. I got it because I can't let this pass.
Go ahead.
Mr. Sherwin was answering David Parker. He said Obi is the new Frank. I'll let you answer that.
Okay.
I'll let you answer that.
This is what I'm gonna say to you. You know what I'm saying? I take receipts. Most people don't. I'm taking receipts. So when Obi is gonna be that guy, he's gonna be that dude. I'm gonna holler at you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to forget that message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not gonna allow you to forget that message. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Here's his problem. Here's his problem right off the bat. Obi is healthy, and Obi is playing.
Yes.
Obi is playing. Let me give you Obi's numbers for the summer league. But then you'll know what the narrative will be once I've said these numbers too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. All right. So he played every game in the summer league. He averaged 21 points per game, averaged 8.3 rebounds per game, averaged 1.3 assists per game, which meant that he was good. He was good for an assist or two. He shot 44.5% field goals, and he shot 34.3 from 3-point range. Now, as much as everybody knew I love Frank never put up these numbers.
Nope.
Because Obi Toppin is healthy. And again, it goes back to what I was talking about before with seeing is believing and not going by faith. You have to go by faith with this kid because, again, he had no March Madness.
Right.
He had no combine. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, all right.
Congratulations.
He had no combine.
Clap.
Combine. He had no summer league. And how many days in training camp did he have? What was it, like only 2 days? And then we were already playing our first
we didn't have
preseason game.
We didn't have a summer
No, we didn't have summer league. I'm talking about training camp. Training camp. Okay.
Yeah.
We only have only 2 days of training camp, and then we were off to our first preseason game.
Yep.
And then he got hurt. So right off the back, he was behind the 8 ball. And still Tibbs tried to find a way. I don't think there was one game, unless he was hurt, there was one game where he did not play because of the coach's decision.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He didn't have that. Now right after and I'm going to put this out there, and I don't care what Hadouken or anybody else says. I think he was one of the best guys on that playoff team against the Hawks. He was one of the best guys on there.
Yeah, I mean,
he showed me more promise. He showed me more promise than IQ.
Yeah, he did. Facts.
Okay,
that's facts.
All right. After the playoffs, he took some time off, I think a week or so, and they were back at the lab. Him and IQ were back at the lab.
The thing, and this is how we transition, right? Because now we're gonna start talking about the youngins, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go into the things that were not available last season to what these guys were able to do this season, shows you a lot, right? So when I look at an IQ and an OB, what their, I guess their role in the summer league would be more from a leadership perspective versus being from a production from a production level, but they still produced, and that's the crazy part. But in their production, they were able to bring a McBride, a Grimes, and a Sims along. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
That's something that we definitely, you can't just gloss over the fact that, the person that I was the most concerned about going into summer league was Grimes after the first couple games. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, did we do right by? And then game 3, here comes Grimes. McBride has always been McBride. He was always doing this.
Let's get into Grimes. Let's get into Grimes first. Grimes, he was one of our first picks in our draft. He averaged 15.3 points per game. He averaged 6.3 rebounds. Check out these assists. He averaged three assists per game. Shot 41.6% from field goal range. Here's the catcher. He shot 40.7 from 3-point range.
Boy, say that again.
40.7% from 3-point range.
And imagine that with a Julius Randle on the court. Imagine that. Imagine what that looks like with Julius Randle on the court. You look, go out and double team Julius and leave. If McBride and Julius are on the court at the same time, leave them open.
And here's also a guy, again, another guy that can put it on the floor and get and take it to the hoop. We couldn't say that about Reggie.
No. Not even almost.
We couldn't even say that about Reggie.
You could say it, but you'd be lying.
You'd be lying.
You'd be lying for sure.
You could put Grimes anywhere on the court, and he's either going to shoot it or drive it to the basket.
This is my thing, Kev. I would tell you this. I would say that the starting five is solidified.
Yes.
For what we have for the New York Knicks.
Right.
But I will also say this. I would love to be a fly on the wall.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Watching these youngins go at the people that's on the second squad.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. McBride, Grimes, Sims. Oh.
Well, we'll get into those two guys in a second. But yeah, keep going. Keep going.
They are at someone's position. I'm telling you right now. Nobody's position is solidified right now.
It's not.
At all.
It's not.
In the past, it may have been.
As good as Burks is, that's not solidified.
Listen, for real though. For real. Look, say that again. I'm telling you right now.
As good as Burks is, it's not solidified.
People don't understand. They don't understand what's about to come. They don't. These were. I think this has been the most exciting summer league that I've seen out of our Knicks in a long time. I agree.
Long time.
I agree.
So let's get. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say the only thing that I hate the fact that Knox was not available to play in summer league to showcase his talent, because I think that was the last opportunity for him to be able to go out there and say, look at me, this is who I am, and this is what I can bring to your franchise, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry.
Can I ask you a question about what you just said, Cap?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So summer league was exciting for Knicks fans, and for you probably. I was excited too. But let me ask you.
But just to be clear,
so
I only caught one summer league game.
Let me help you. Summer league game. Yeah.
Yeah, I only caught one summer league game, and I had to tape it too.
Right. No, I'm talking about the essence of the summer league.
Yes.
So was it exciting more because the Knicks had 4 rookies and 2 second-year players that they could showcase, or was it that one guy stood out more so than the other?
I'll go second one, because I think they all stood out, but let's be real. The firecracker, or the one that we love the most, was McBride. Was Miles McBride. I didn't know nothing about this kid. I didn't know nothing about him at all. Once I saw the summer game, the last one,
yep,
and I rewind, a few plays and everything, the kid is magnificent. And let me read these numbers out to you. He averaged 15.1 points per game, averaged 3.5 rebounds per game. That's great for a guard, probably a little bit more. Averaged 3.5 assists per game. And one thing that I didn't say out of any of those guys that I read, he averaged 1.3 steals per game. That means he got a steal per game. That's something that we need out of our point guard, a steal, a defensive presence. He shot 53% field goal range and shot 50% from 3-point range.
Right. I wanted to ask you because I'm impressed by that too. I like your comment. The only thing I wanted to do was have you elaborate on it. I think it was a great comment, right? I just wanted you to elaborate on it so I can follow you down the path. Right. Well, but okay. I want to ask G Man for like this though. G Man, before we went into this draft, you and I debated whether the Knicks were going to draft 4 rookies. Remember that debate?
We did, yes.
Right. And so you took the standpoint of I would rather sign Kelly Oubre. Remember that? Remember the conversation we had?
Yep.
And I'm not. And listen, I'm not trying to throw trying to start a debate. What I'm saying is now that you've seen the rookies that we acquire in the draft, do you still believe that line of thinking is correct, or are you moving closer to the median where these rookies have impressed me, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do.
So what I would say is this. I would say revisionist thinking after we see what goes on and where we are. I'm all about the rookies right now at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that the rookie class that we have on the roster right now is going to benefit us moving down the path that we're going on. The most important thing for me right now with this team is being able to build foundationally. I'm sorry. So when you look at the youngins, and I'm talking about the rookies that we just drafted, and then when you look at the second year people that we have on the roster right now, that's foundational.
Yeah.
That's foundational.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So moving forward, you take these guys that we're talking about that's going to be on the squad for a period of time. This is something we can build upon. And just to know not only that the rookies that we have on the squad right now, but let's also transition and talk about the people that's in the front office and what their thought process is and who they're willing to bring in and what the coaching staff looks like. Because I said this the other night. I believe Tibbs, he has a shelf life, you know, and I'm not saying it's going to be next year or the year after that, but I'm telling you right now, he was brought in here to build this foundation, and he's done a great job at doing that. But moving forward, when we talked about looking for a chip, Tibbs not going to be the head coach when we get the chip. Yeah.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
I say that because if you look at how long it took Tibbs to make adjustments last season,
Right.
Going into the playoffs,
Right.
and adjusting from an offensive standpoint, it took him too long to figure out what he needed to do. I don't know who was in his ear, who said, "Hey, this is what you need to do." I don't know what that conversation was or who had the conversation with him.
Yeah, he's too stuck. I'd agree with that. He's too stuck in his ways because, I mean, again, as much as people hate him, he should have, if he would have found a way to put, Frank in there to slow down Trey. I mean, I know nothing. What's that slogan that we always use with Michael Jordan? You can't stop him. You can only contain him.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm saying. He should have found a way to slow him down. You can't just use Reggie Bullock and just do it like that. So with that thinking that you just said about him not adjusting, I agree with you on that. I just don't know which coach that's going to be to take us to that chip.
You want me to tell you?
Go ahead.
Johnny Bryant. Johnny Bryant.
So you think he's being groomed then, correct?
Yes. I think Johnny Bryant is going to be the next guy. And Wacko Knicks fanatic says, stop. Stop saying that, G Man, please.
Stop saying what?
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to say this, right? Tibbs, when you look at what we got going on right now, there has to be, absolutely has to be a person that builds the foundation,
yeah.
Right? And what happens is we tend to lose perspective on who those guys are and their value to the organization. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. When the New York Knicks win their championship, Tom Thibodeau will not be the head coach.
Okay.
Book it. I'm telling you right now. Book it.
Okay. I got that receipt. I got that receipt.
It's nothing against Tibbs, but I'm just saying, you have to understand where the NBA is and how we transition, right?
And we've seen it before. I mean, you look at Mark Jackson with Golden State. Who wins the championship? Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
You see it with the Toronto, Dwayne Casey.
Boy, look.
Who won it? I mean, who won it for him? I forget the what's the coach's name? I forget
Kev, this right here again. I just threw up in my mouth real quick. I'm telling you because you're making sense to me right now, and I don't like.
It always makes sense. You just choose not to accept it. That's
No,
what it is.
no, you don't always make sense. No, you don't. But you're making sense to me right now. So
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting out at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
What do y'all think about the young guys getting minutes? Because we touched on the young guys in the summer league.
Yeah, they're going to have to freeze. Tibbs is going to have to find a way to get these guys minutes, especially McBride.
So
Go ahead.
this is where I disagree. I disagree from the point that the young guys are going to have to perform in practice to force Tibbs to give them minutes.
But you can't agree. You can't agree that out of those three, McBride's the one that's got to get minutes.
I would say that of the rookies that we have on the roster right now, I would love to see McBride get the minutes above everybody else.
I would agree with you on that.
But at the same time, he's got you're gonna have to climb the mountain to be able to get these minutes. You're playing behind Kemba and D Rose.
But the thing about it is, I think he can do that. That's the thing. The way I saw him play, if he can emulate that to training camp, he's going to make it difficult. He's going to make it difficult. And who's to say? Someone in the chat, I'm trying to look right here. Sherwin, which is probably the only thing I'll agree with him about. Sherwin said McBride should take off IQ minutes. He might have a point.
Man, look.
He might have a point.
Oh my God.
He might.
Hold on.
He might. Not all of his minutes. Not all of his minutes. I'm not going to say that. Not all of his minutes.
Stop the madness.
Yeah, what are we talking
So what I'm saying right now, what I'm saying for the two of y'all is that you don't believe in this kid.
No.
At all.
That is not what I said. But this is where we have to come back down to earth, planet Earth, right?
Okay.
Where your feet are planted on ground, right? First of all, McBride was playing against, let's be honest, college level type players. He has not played against NBA level talent yet. Number one, IQ is a second year NBA player. He's seen the burn. He knows what it takes to do what it takes to be successful in the NBA. So I'm not by any means or any stretch of the imagination diminishing the fact that McBride can bring something significant to the organization. But don't get it twisted. IQ is IQ for a specific
and
reason.
Don't get it twisted. When you have a chip on the shoulder, as McBride does, all right, you have a chip like that. He even said he's going to make people pay.
He said that.
He said that.
He said that. But this I would come back.
What? What?
I'm gonna tell you again. He is once removed from playing on the NBA roster. Now you can have all the intentions and wanting to get your thought across to everybody and make everybody want to pay for whatever. He has not yet stepped 1 foot on the court versus a true NBA.
All right, I'm gonna give you a situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who we're playing against, but IQ's man keeps beating him. IQ's man keeps beating him. He switches up and puts McBride in. McBride shuts him down. What do you think Tibbs is gonna do?
He's gonna ask where Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker at.
Yeah, because you got to remember, McBride has to prove himself to get past these guys to actually get playing time on the floor.
Because in your scenario, Kornerstone, Kev, if you're in your scenario,
Yeah.
if Tibbs has to depend on McBride, that means something has happened to Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, and Evan Fournier. So if something has happened to them,
There's
where
a
they're
problem.
not available, if they're not available, then of course we would see Miles McBride in that situation, and we would be happy to see
Well,
it.
what I'm saying is, what would happen if McBride outshines IQ? For as much as IQ, and remember, the rules are going to change for IQ this year. Now, he's not going to be able to get those those 4-point plays that's used to getting. The NBA is changing, and we saw a little bit of that, in the summer league. Those rules are changing.
So I would say this. I would say that when we look at, first of all, the first thing we have to do is put into perspective. We're talking about summer league. These are not NBA players that we're talking about. Not by any stretch of the imagination. So until we get to training camp, I will have to say, when we're talking about, so Andre Bryant said if McBride outshines IQ, it means IQ was a
1-year wonder.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that per se, but
No.
But when you look at McBride, he gets in. I granted what you're saying, I totally agree with it. It's only it was only college players and everything. You want to see him do it against like the Marcus Smarts or whoever else you want to put out there. You want to see him go up against. But let me ask you this: if he goes up against Kyrie, come on.
So guys, let me ask you this, because I understand your point, but I got to run an ad right here because we just passed the hour mark.
At that point, I got you.
And so I want to ask y'all this, and so maybe we could talk about it on the other side. Do you believe the Atlanta Hawks are our modern NBA rival?
Ooh, run that.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your guy, City for Real. The co-host of the Knicks at Night podcast. It's your boy. I'm chilling. The Blorange Cheers family is rocking. Y'all know what to do. Throw those orange and blues in the chat. Y'all know how it is. And maybe I will catch you on the next live. Let's get lit. Get that energy all the way up. Let's go New York Knicks. Holla.
Yo, you want to win your fantasy football league or what? You know what I mean? You ain't tired of finishing in fourth place? You ain't tired of dudes coming to you with whack trade offers and whatever trying to play you? Come on to the Dear Mr. Fantasy Football page. Our page on YouTube. We're gonna do position breakdowns and rankings. We're gonna talk some NFL football too. We're gonna get in depth. We'll do offensive line rankings, defensive line rankings, defensive rankings, all of that stuff, so you'll be prepared to put in your best lineup. Come through. Your man Uncle Freezy will be there. Come through, hang out with your man Uncle Freezy. Share, like, and subscribe later.
Hi, this your boy Free Keith. I'm star of the hit YouTube show Knicks Freestyle. Please tune in to get your latest buzz, rumors, gossip, and opinions about our beloved Knicks. There'll be lots of laughs and surprises, trust me. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notification bells, share on social media, and spread the word. Until then, I'm gonna catch you in the streets. Bam.
Love him.
Yeah, he trying to take over. Free Keith is trying
Look. Let's put all heads to bear right now. I'm gonna despair with whatever people think. Listen, the best thing going on YouTube right now is the pod couple. Understand that.
That's right.
Understand what we got going on right now. Now, I would say this. Let me get back to two things. First, before I answer Freezy's question, Chef NYK says, G Man, we aren't the only people about Grimes and McBride. They have buzz on non-Knicks podcasts and media. It's not about SL or Knicks. They were impressive to all fans. I agree. But again, I want to be clear. I want to be absolutely crystal clear. You have to put things into perspective, right? You have to understand the competition in which they were playing against. They were not playing against NBA, all stars or anything like that, right? That's not. I'm not saying that they can't step up to the plate. All I'm saying is we have to be able to curtail our expectations at this point. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you don't expect someone to come, because I say that because when Obi was drafted, people came out and said, "Oh, you're supposed to be this, that, the third, day one, out the gate,
Right.
without anything else going on." Right?
Right.
That no. Curtail your expectations and understand what it is that these young fellas got to do.
But see, the problem with, the observation that I would say from your point is that we've seen what these guys can do, and yes, it is. You say it's a bunch of college guys, but it's also a bunch of first year veterans as well, second year veterans as well.
Right.
So I can only go by what I see. How we say seeing is believing.
I test,
not having to have faith in it because you're actually seeing it. I'm seeing these guys right now, and if it was up to me, it would be all three of them. It would be Quentin Grimes, Miles McBride, and Jericho Sims. Jericho Sims had a great summer league as well and everything. But with the way now, to your point, when you were talking about how Tibbs might not be the coach of our championship team, that it might be Bryant. I think because Bryant is the type that will take chances on those guys that will, give those guys, give those young guys a chance.
I'm with you. Let's get to this super chat right here, my man, Worldwide L, Lawrence Mabry, of For the Love of the Game. He says, G Man, IQ is officially trade bait. McBride is a true Tibbs player. He will lock up one-dimensional. IQ is in training camp. Watch. Hey,
he's got, and again, that's what is he wrong? Is he wrong?
No, I cannot say he's not. I would tend to agree with that because just basically what I saw. Right. I will say this. I will say this to everyone that's watching that will rewatch this podcast. IQ's position is not solidified at this point.
It's not. I mean, if we're going to be real, the only position that is solidified is Julius Randle.
Yeah, well, I would say two. I would give you two. I would say Julius and RJ. Those are only two
okay. I'll give you that too.
That are solidified.
Yeah, those are the only two that are solidified. Everything else, it's up in the air. It's up in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up. I mean, let's be real. I mean, I also think Kemba's is probably solidified, and Evan Fournier. They wouldn't sign him if they knew they weren't.
Look, we're not even talking about the starting five.
No, we're not talking about starting five, but we're talking about positions solidified.
Yeah.
Man, Kornerstone Kev backed up quick. Yeah, you see that, ladies and gentlemen, starting in lane 8 of the backstroke.
All right, man. Let's get to your point, man. Let's get to your point.
So Freezy, your question was, are the Hawks going to be the Knicks? No.
I asked, do you believe? Not are they? Because it's a matter of perception. So right. I'm asking you and Cornerstone Kev, do you think these guys are going to be rivals of the Knicks? In you guys' opinion.
So I would say this. I would say based off of, and the only thing I have to go off of right now is last year's production from the Hawks. And there's a reason why the Knicks and the Hawks are playing on Christmas. There's a reason that's going on, right?
That's right.
So I would say that they bested us last season. I don't know right now today that they will be that premier
They are not. They are not. Hey, they are not Miami.
Yeah, no, that was going to be my point. That was going to be my point. So I think that when we talk about the perennials that could rival the Knicks, I'm gonna have to stick with Miami. The Hawks are gonna have to show me something more than what happened last year.
What happened last year and everything. Because even still, they didn't even get to the championship. I mean, let's be real. They got to the Eastern Conference, but they didn't get to the championship.
Yeah,
they didn't get to the championship at all.
This is one of those things that when you look at the NBA and the perennial people that kind of drive these things, they want the Knicks and the Hawks to be rivals because they want to up their market. I ain't stupid. I've seen this show before. You know what I'm saying? I can rewind it and fast forward it and get to where we need to be. So let's be real. Let's be real. In order for the Hawks to be relevant,
right?
They need the Knicks.
They need us. They need us. Yes, most definitely.
In order for them to be,
they
relevant.
Need us. So and let's also be real. Did they really upgrade their roster? No.
They make some moves, but not so much.
Not so much to the point where we're afraid of them.
No.
They chose to run it back. They chose to run it back. We took a couple of our players to run it back, and we added. So again, put it this way: how they all keyed in on RJ and how they all keyed in on Randall. They can't do that now. They can't do that now.
They can at their detriment. They can
at their detriment. Absolutely, at their detriment, they can. You're absolutely right. At their detriment, they can because you leave again. You're talking about two guys that got replaced in the starting lineup that can get their own shot now, and that can make the shot and make those bunnies.
Facts.
How many times did we see that gremlin drive to the lane and miss the shot?
You know what, boy, you funny.
I'm just saying.
You're right, though.
Just saying.
100%. So I'm gonna have to give a shout out to a couple folks that they came by. BX Sports Jedi Network. He says salute my main guy Sarge and salute the Kornerstone. Keep it up, great work, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Salute. I appreciate you coming through and doing what we're doing. Hey, my main man L Money Making Mitch is in the building.
Oh, my man, Money Making Mitch. I ain't gonna say nothing. He been getting on me on a group chat that we on, man. Don't think I ain't been seeing Money Making Mitch. I've been watching you, L. I've been watching you. I love you, but I've been watching you.
Hey, but I think we need to transition to the next topic. The question from me.
Well, let me real quick. What I'll say about Atlanta, I think whoever's beefing this up, I think it's irrelevant. I think they will never be on the level that the Miami Heat is on. As much the changes that the Knicks and the Miami Heat has gone through, that war has not stopped at all. It did not lose its fire, and it's going to be on even more fire now because the Knicks have something to prove for for this year coming up. Since we were swept by them this year. So we have something that we want to prove. So Atlanta will never be on that Miami level. There's blood on the floor between both teams, between us and Miami. I don't think Atlanta will ever get to where they are. And I thought it was real
in terms of rivalry, right? Not in terms of franchise.
Yes, in terms of rivalry. In terms of rivalry, I think it was real petty. Did you? Excuse me. Did you see the meme that they had put out on Twitter with the 9/11 thing, and then they showed something else? I didn't
see that.
Check your Twitter. I'll probably send it to you, but and I'm sure people in the chat have probably seen that meme where it had where it had the Twin Towers. One was on was already crashed into, and another plane was actually coming into the tower. They had that on one side, and then on the other side of Atlanta, they had the city, standing and everything. Yeah, that was just sad. Hadouken saw it too, and I remember him commenting on it. It's just ridiculous. But again, that's how sad that Atlanta fan base is, as well as that, as well as that team. So
I got you. So I would say this. First of all, Sherwin M. Do you guys know Vegas has us tied with Indiana for 8th and 9th place? They have the Hornets as the 10th seed. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a lot of credence to that
because we showed what we showed. They didn't even have us in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, exactly. So
they had us under 20 games.
I don't give credence to any of that.
Nothing at all.
We're gonna see what
nothing
we do.
Nothing at all.
I would say for the Atlanta argument, Atlanta needs New York to be New York for them to be relevant. I agree with you 110%.
Correct.
Right? I still believe that we don't know what Miami is going to be this year. Philly, for that matter, we don't know what they're going to be.
If they trade Simmons, look out.
Yeah, and
they're going to take a step back. They're going to take a step back.
We haven't even mentioned the people across the bridge. I'm not going to call their name. I'm not going to call their names.
Don't.
It's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? But listen. If the season can start tomorrow, I will be excited as all get out for sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. But luckily, the season will start in October. So
we got to go through. We got to go through training camp, and then get into.
We'll have a real training camp this time.
Yeah. Facts.
We'll have a real training camp this time. So no, I don't put no credence into what Atlanta's doing, and Atlanta also still doesn't remember. They still don't remember. We didn't have our shot blocker in the middle.
Yeah.
So everything. I mean, as good as Nerlens Noel was at the time, we didn't have our premier shot blocker in the middle that can alternate. As soon as you come up, you're like, oh shit, I got to deal with deal with this dude and everything. You got to deal with that guy. So that guy. So they can talk all they want. Let's play again. Let's play again.
No doubt. I'm with you. So let's get to the Grimes conversation, because I don't want us to get out of here before we talk about Grimes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think Grimes is a bust right now?
No. First of all, he hasn't even played an NBA real game. That's the first thing. Right. Second thing is he started to come on. That's why I keep saying sometimes it takes guys a little while to come into their own. I'm saying come into his own, and the season hasn't even started yet.
Right, I'm with you. But this is my thing, right? This is the same conversation we had about Obi Toppin last year. The exact same conversation, because what people said because of his age.
This is the same conversation we had about Frank too, though.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah, both.
And Kevin Knox.
Yes,
we had about Kevin Knox too. It'll just take some time.
The whole nine. But as Knicks fans, are we willing to wait and let these guys go through the maturation process? I don't think so, because I'm telling you right now, when people start talking about Obi last year, I was like, oh, okay, no, I'm gonna have to put my flak vest on and Velcro it up. Freezy know what I'm talking about. Velcro that thing up and stand in front of the firing line and be like, look, get off my man Obi, because you have not allowed this dude to develop.
Yeah, I think.
Bro, we still talk about Obi Toppin though, bro.
Yeah, we still are.
I'm always gonna be talking about Obi.
Look,
don't act like you surprised. Don't act like you surprised when I'm talking about.
No, because I heard you mention Quentin Grimes and then it moved to Obi. Like
it did.
Listen, Quentin Grimes. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. Quentin Grimes is gonna be the next Allen Houston.
Wow. Hold on. Where's my book at? Let me get my book.
Put that receipt there.
Frank Ntilikina is so mad right now that he heard
Kornerstone.
Well, that's his own fault. That's his own fault. That's his own fault.
So let me ask
you.
He
made it. Hey, he made his money in America, so I'm not worried about it.
Let me ask you this, Kev. Is Quentin Grimes the new Frank for you?
No, because I'm hoping that no one's jumping on him as much as they jumped on Frank. So at least Quentin At least,
Listen,
hey,
do you love
at
Quentin
least,
Grimes or not? Do you love Quentin Grimes or not?
hey, listen. At least people have seen Grimes, in America. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Sir, the
It
question
never
is,
saw-
do you love Quentin Grimes? That's the question.
That's the
I
question.
think. I love all my Knicks. I love them all.
No. You're not gonna tap dance around this right here. I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Do you love
said Grimes will be Allen Houston?
Yeah, that's
He'll be
what
out
you said.
Houston.
That's what you said. So do you love Quentin Grimes as much as you had love for Frank? That's my question for you right now, today.
No, because my love is for McBride. That's who my love is for. That's who my love is for. I love McBride.
Boy,
I love McBride.
hey,
Hey, Lawrence, you crazy, man. Money making Knicks crazy.
you on fire. You on fire tonight, boy. I'm telling you.
I love McBride, man. I love McBride's game. I can't put it no other way. I love his game. And he's that point guard. He is that point guard that everyone has been clamoring for. Maybe not this year, but next year, most definite. Yeah. So, yes, has he replaced Luka for me? Yes, he has. McBride has. And I am not going to show me that the kiss of death, Kev. That's too funny. I love Grimes too. I can't call him, the next Allen Houston, not show no love for the kid. So I think he can.
I'm with you. I'm just interested to see how Tibbs will work McBride into the rotation.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm interested too. I'm gonna get Evergreen. Evergreen, you ain't right. You are not a right man. He says Cav has a pink. I'm gonna kill him.
Evergreen, he does.
I'm gonna kill him. And he knows I don't. Now our guy across the way in Poland, Mr. Andy, has that. He still has that poster. So there you go. I will deal with Evergreen later on.
So look, my man L says, "Hey, Luka's on his way out."
Yeah, he's another hater of Luka. He knows it too. You know all your haters. Unfortunately,
I would say this to support L's comment. It's unfortunate that Luka was hurt.
Exactly.
On summer league,
exactly.
But he knows going into training camp, he can't go in there half stepping.
He can't.
McBride has his number.
This isn't John Starks when John Starks hurt his knee and they had to, he hurt whatever, and they had to keep him on it. Then he had time to build his reputation and everything.
Yeah,
this isn't that right there. He has to, like you said, go into training camp and make us believe that there's a competition and not that, because right now the depth chart is Kemba, Rose, and McBride.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
That's it. At the point guard position, you 100%. I agree 100%. And Pleasure Night says, I called the Luka wave from the start. And L says he did nothing in the Olympics. So I say all that to say this, right? What we leave the eye test. And the eye test right now says when you're talking about the point guard position, to your point, Kev, what you just said would be Kemba starts, Rose is coming off the bench, and then when you need someone else to come in and spare those two guys, it's going to be McBride. From my point of view right now. So and we'll see what goes.
He's got these ups, man. Oh my God, he's got these ups. He's going to be. You know what McBride is going to be? McBride is going to be the new Nate Robinson. And you know how everybody loved Nate Robinson.
Yes.
You know how everybody loved Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
He's gonna be that guy. He's really good. He's gonna be a fan favorite. He's gonna be if I had to pick a fan favorite, it's gonna be him. It's gonna be him this year.
So Andre Bryant says all Knicks podcasts forget to talk about Alec Burks, who gave us minutes at the point guard positions, the shooting guard position, and small forward. We don't get to forget about.
We don't forget him.
But
we know that he's there, and we know he's signed with us. So
yeah,
what's there to talk about? We know what we're going to get from Alex Burks.
Yeah,
we know that. We know that. Here's the real question: Forget Alex Burks. What are we gonna do about Hoodie Kev's boy?
Knox,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now that I believe, and don't get it twisted about what I'm about to say, right? I believe Knox is going to be trade bait for whatever moves are going to be made in the future.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But for his benefit, I think that it's going to benefit him to be on a squad that he actually get some legit playing time. Because right now, looking at the roster and the way it's constructed, he's going to get garbage minutes if he ever gets in the game. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be garbage minutes. So, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
And
Kevin.
that's what I'm talking about with making the best out of your opportunities. I think he had so many opportunities to show that he belongs in the rotation that he just thought there's. I mean, you can pull a guy up for so long till you say, you know what, he just doesn't have it.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm looking at Evergreen's comment. He said Alex Burks. Hold on, let me scroll up because my chat's going too fast for me. Alex Burks is the reason Grimes will not see minutes. I agree.
I agree with that too. I agree with that too. Unless he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Unless he gets hurt.
Absolutely.
Unless he gets hurt. Yeah.
Absolutely. Knox is not tradable. Obi and IQ is. Sherwin them. You know what I'm saying? At some point in life, I'm gonna have to just shut you down, and I'm shutting you down right now. Shutting you down. I'm sorry. But hey, we coming against it. Up against.
Oh my goodness! Yes, time flies when you're having fun.
It does. Hey, again, I want to say first and foremost, thank everybody for coming out and
thank you so much for all your insults, for all your general managing expertise. Thank you all. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. I mean that with all the love in my heart, guys. All the love in my heart.
No doubt. This is why the pod couple exists. For the people that's in the chat, for the people that's gonna watch and rewatch and what we got going on, just know that every Thursday we're gonna be here, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Come through and chop it up with us. You know what I'm saying? And the most important person that I want to send a shout out to is this, Evan Fournier. I know you watching this. I know you like the vibe of what we got going on.
Yeah.
Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Boys, man.
Get at us so we can come in here and chop it up. You know, no, real Knicks style.
Absolutely. This is what we do. This is what it's all about right here.
The orange and blue.
All about
the orange and blue. This is where we at. This is where we at. Holla at your boys. You know what I'm saying?
Holla at your boys. Holla at your boys.
Hey, your publicist or your agent or whoever that person is that needs to be the front guy, but before you come on, tell them to get at us. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to get at us. No doubt.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man. I can't believe I'm getting so much Obi love.
Yeah,
there's so much Obi love on a pod couple. Maybe Obi Toppin need to come on.
Hey, Freezy.
Yes.
Yeah, Freezy. Just to let you know, we want to thank you as well. We love you, man. We thank you for having us, giving us this platform. Yeah. I always try to do it and everything. I always mess up at it.
Hey, Kev, have you seen this?
Oh,
do you know what this is?
I'm waiting for that to be on my desk.
No, what is that? What is that?
Oh, that's the Freezy Award, baby. That's the Freezy Award.
Well, I don't see anything right now.
You know, you haven't seen this? Because it comes in this luxury box, right?
Oh, okay.
This is a handcrafted luxury box for awards, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And it comes with the crushed velour on the inside.
Crushed
velour. Right? And this
to be on my desk. Oh my
goodness. Is what you call this, my friend, is a Blorange tear. See, this is in the shape of a teardrop, right?
A teardrop.
And it's got the Blorange fire on the inside that represents the Knicks fan.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so this is the Freezy Award. See, it's the shape in the shape of a tear and all of that, man. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice,
and so Knicks Freestyle said They will gladly let y'all look at it when they win the Freezy Award for the best show.
Oh no, we winning that. We winning that.
Look, I'm telling you right now. Go ahead and engrave the name Pod Couple on that trophy because that's where it's coming to.
That's where it's coming from.
Look, all Knicks fans out there.
Yeah.
I need you to stand up. I need you to stand up for the Pod Couple.
And when we do win it, I will fly down to Tampa and have us take pictures of the whole thing. Yes.
Oh my, that's gonna be fun.
Yes.
Well,
Kev,
you know, if you win, the
if you mean win,
the UPS guy will deliver this to your doorstep.
Okay.
It comes in a box about this big.
Yeah, but we both.
Bubble wrap
Was it just one, or will it be two?
Come on, Kev. Come on, Kev.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying.
How many people on the show, Kev?
2.
Come on, man.
Look, I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us tonight, and we appreciate your patience.
We love you.
For sure. We'll be here again next Thursday, chopping it up, doing what we do, talking about the Knicks, talking about what's important. But this right here,
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, we're not talking about no Pittsburgh Steelers. We're definitely not having that conversation. But I will tell you this: I'm gonna give you an inside tip, right? And this first heard it's what we're talking about, the Blorange Army. If you haven't heard about the Blorange Army, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need you to look into that because that's coming to a theater near you real soon. And what that's about is this. And I'm gonna have my man Kev on there as well. You know what I'm saying? I got to have my brethren. I'll
have you talk to my agent about that. You know, because I'm gonna want some compensation for.
It's compensation, Kev. That's how it's pronounced. See, this is why I got to be around you to keep you safe, to save you from yourself. But the Blorange Army is going to be about me interacting with the chat and giving you guys a voice, and we're going to talk about what you want to talk about. It's coming real soon, Freeze.
Right. No, I got you. I got you. I'm with you on it. Maybe we'll probably get some work in this weekend or sometime. No doubt. Just wanted to say this though before we go. So there will be a Knicks at Night podcast tonight, hosted by your man Duke and Sharon, starting at 10:30.
I'll be there.
So we'll have the chat lock. So it'll be probably to 3 or 4, 2 to 3, somewhere around 3 or 4 guys that we know, and with Duke as he cuts his chops on hosting the joint, and we want to keep it at a reasonable amount. But we invite everybody to the virtual chat, because there are gonna be a lot of things for us to talk about. The Evan 28 interview on Knicks Fan TV,
no doubt.
The sign and trade for Evan Fournier. I think we dodged that a little bit today, but
we did.
But the fact that we got 2 second-round picks and got a key free agent is a feather in the cap of the Knicks front office.
Absolutely.
And so they'll talk about a bunch of stuff. I won't be there physically. I won't be on screen, but I'll be there in spirit, like producing. So thanks everybody for tuning into the pod. Couple of guys that
we love you guys. We love you guys.
The cards were stacked against us tonight because Nick was doing a live interview. So the cards were stacked against us tonight, and we still came through with the numbers we usually get. So we held our ground tonight. That was kind of dope. Guys, great show, man. The fact that a Nick was on YouTube live and y'all still put up close to the same numbers or better than y'all usually do just mean y'all put up some dope work.
Hey, we love the fan base and we appreciate the support that they give us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For sure. And on that note, I'm gonna get us out of here on this.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your guy, City for Real. You know, the co-host of the Knicks at Night podcast. It's your boy. I'm chilling. The Blood on Cheers family is rocking. Y'all know what to do. Throw those orange and blues in the chat. Y'all know how it is. And maybe I will catch you on the next live. Let's get lit. Get that energy all the way up. Let's go New York Knicks. Holla.